For AP World, we need to look at Asia in terms of 4 key regions: East, Southeast, South, and Central Asia. Let's take a look at these regions, then see how they'll show up on the exam. East Asia is composed of the modern-day nations of China, Mongolia, North and South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. You'll need to know that the Song dynasty of China, the Mongol-led Yuan dynasty in China, and the Tokugawa shogunate in Japan are all part of East Asia. Southeast Asia includes the mainland and islands south of China and east of India. Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines are all part of Southeast Asia. Major historical states in Southeast Asia include the Khmer Empire, which is famous for Angkor Wat, the Srivijaya Empire in Indonesia, and the Majapahit Empire. Southeast Asia was the crossroads of Indian Ocean trade. We generally think of the term South Asia as being interchangeable with India, but South Asia also includes Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and the Maldives. It's also home to what was the Delhi Sultanate and the Mughal Empire. Religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sikhism originated in South Asia. Central Asia stretches from the Caspian Sea to western China and includes Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan.
Well, hold on a second and tell me something. Just where does Afghanistan fit in all this?
Where Afghanistan fits in Asia is going to depend on who you ask. It's a little bit of a tricky one because it's right at the border of South Asia and Central Asia. A lot of people consider it to be part of Central Asia, but for this course we're really going to look at it in terms of being part of the Middle East, which we will discuss in a later video. Historically, Central Asia was dominated by nomadic peoples, like the Turkic peoples of the Seljuk Empire, and later by the Mongol Empire. Central Asia was the heart of the Silk Roads, which linked China, the Middle East, and Europe through trade and cultural exchange.
So, why do we need to know the difference between these parts of Asia?
Well, there's a lot of reasons to know the difference between different places in the world, but for AP World specifically, let's take a look at an SAQ prompt. SAQs on the exam come with 3 parts, Part A, B, and C. Now imagine one part of an SAQ says the following: explain one way in which a state in Southeast Asia was influenced by Indian Ocean trade between 1200 and 1450. You can get 1 point for each of the 3 parts on the SAQ for a total of 3 points. So to earn the point for this particular part of the prompt, you are going to need to identify a state that is actually in Southeast Asia. So let's take a little quiz. I want you to identify which of the following states you could mention in your response that would earn you the point.
Well, this is tricky. It says Indian right in the prompt. But is that part of Southeast Asia?
No, it's not, and India wasn't a state during that time. You're probably thinking of the Delhi Sultanate, which is in South Asia, so we'll go ahead and cross that off the list. And can we mute him so that he doesn't keep interrupting? He's not even taking AP World. You got it? Okay, thanks. So the options we have left are the Khmer Empire, the Mongol Empire, the Tokugawa shogunate, and the Majapahit Empire. Take a minute and think about which ones might fit that prompt. If you selected the Khmer Empire, that's great. It is in Southeast Asia, and it was influenced by Indian Ocean trade. The Mongol Empire, however, was never a state that was located in Southeast Asia. They did try to make an attempt to invade, but that was one of the failures of the Mongol Empire, so that one does not work. The Tokugawa shogunate is in Japan, which is clearly in East Asia, and it also doesn't fit the time period of the prompt, but we'll save that for another discussion. And finally, the Majapahit Empire is also in Southeast Asia, so that would be a good choice to write about for this SAQ.